Alright guys, you need this many ETH because this amount of Ethereum will make you 6 figures. Here's your Ethereum price prediction. 1 Ethereum will be worth... You have to watch the entire video to find out. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're doing another video on Ethereum. If you haven't watched my last video on Cardano versus Ethereum, which one shall you buy? You should really watch that one. We really dive deep into the differences of Cardano and Ethereum and which one you should actually buy. And we actually go through the requirements there as well. But I wanted to make a dedicated video just for Ethereum, just for those who are wondering, alright, how many Ethereum should I at least have in order to have a rock solid rockin' portfolio? That's the question that I'm answering today. And we're also going to dive deep into my thesis of why we're going to have this amount of Ethereum in our portfolio and why this amount will actually make you a 6-figure investor in the future. Alright guys, without further ado, if you are a new viewer or a returning viewer and you haven't already done so, please make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, because we're not getting long with the video until you do that. So do that, and now let's jump in. Alright guys, the one and only crypto that I'm giving an amount requirement on. And you may have gotten this amount requirement in my video of Cardano versus Ethereum. If you haven't watched that yet, watch that right after this video. But today's video will be dedicated to exactly why we want that amount of Ethereum. Now this amount was provided by my mentor at IM Academy, and he does not give out amounts. And this is the only project, Ethereum is the only token where he told everybody to make it a stringent goal to get at least this amount of Ethereum. Nobody at IM Academy gives any amount of tokens to have except for Ethereum. I pay for this information and you're gonna get it for free. So if you haven't yet smashed the like button and the subscribe button yet, why haven't you done so? Now honestly saying, I really met the requirement before he even mentioned it. But I also agreed with their thesis that you should have at least 5 Ethereum. I'm gonna say it again, you should have at least 5 Ethereum. There you go, that's the number. You should have at least 5 Ethereum in your portfolio. If you got that, then comment down below 5 Ethereum. A little later, we'll talk about the thesis that is behind 5 Ethereum and what the significance of 5 Ethereum is. Now, nobody never gives you an amount of tokens or cryptocurrencies to buy or how much you should at least have, but I'm giving you one right now. And even as ETH is hitting new all-time highs recently, it is still undervalued for where we'll think it'll go. Before we go any further, I just gotta remind you that I am not a professional financial advisor, so please do your own research, do your own due diligence before investing in something as risky as cryptos because it is unregulated. That being said, I bet you that this is the first time that you had a Chinese guy hawking at you that you should get 5 Ethereum. Now, the question you might ask is, should you stop at 5 Ethereum? Now, if you watched my last video on Cardano versus Ethereum, then you would have gotten the amount requirement of at least 5 Ethereum. Are you guys annoyed yet? Because I am. But should you stop at 5 and never buy Ethereum again? Personally, I don't think so, but I think at least having 5 Ethereum is fine, is enough for your portfolio. But personally, I am buying more whenever there is a chance. And when I mean chance, I mean a dip. And my personal goal is to really get the staking balance, which is 32 Ethereum. Because you need 32 Ethereum to run your own node. And since Ethereum released EIP 1559, this made Ethereum more scarce because anytime there's a transaction, some Ethereum is actually burned, which is why we see this big price pump recently. This upgrade makes it so that whenever the transactions are made, there is a base fee that must be paid to the network with Ethereum, and this base fee is burned. That means we'll never see it again. That supply is gone forever. And when supply reduces and demand grows, the only place that price can go is up because that is the basics of economics. So the more ETH you have, the better when you know that price is going to climb. The reason for 32 ETH is because 32 ETH is what is required to run your own node, which is my main reason for that. It is not completely necessary. And having your own node would require technical knowledge in order to run that properly. And for right now, half of me would want to run my own node because I'm a big control freak, and half of me is saying this is way too much trouble. Alright, let's get into the meat of today's video. What would 5 ETH make you? Now, if you watched my last video, let's say that ETH went to the price of $20,000 per ETH. Now, if you had 5 Ethereum, that would make you a 6-figure investor. And if you're thinking, will it ever go to $20,000? My response would be, Bro, 20,000 is a conservative figure. Now let's take a look at our favorite Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin around this time last year, September 20th, it pretty much had a high there of around 12,000 and a low of around 9,900, let's say $10,000. So around this time, September 2020, this time it was around 9 to 11, 12K. But now it is at almost 52K. Actually, the days range went up to 52K. The 52-week range is 64, almost 65,000. Bitcoin has been the best performing asset in the last decade. And it's kind of funny that we see these crypto skeptics still saying that Bitcoin is a scam and people still saving money in their bank. Now, if you're still saving money in your bank, then I'm not going to cuss out on you. I'm just going to say that it's time to get educated because the bank isn't paying you interest for the money you deposit with them. And you don't control the money. And we can see this, we can see examples of this in Afghanistan and Myanmar, who both have their banks frozen. Citizens cannot withdraw their money, and over there, they're just starving. Don't let that be you. And if you think that this will never happen to a Western country like United States, never say never, because knock on wood, it's gonna happen. Now, I'm gonna put the link to this Reddit post and all the references in the pinned comments below, but this Reddit post really linked to a video that says that Tyler Winklevoss predicts a $78,000 Ethereum. Now, him making a $78,000 Ethereum price prediction is something that I agree with. It makes sense to me. Now, if you have 5 Ethereum, and Ethereum is actually that price, 78K, you'll be packing almost $400,000 in your portfolio with 5 Ethereum. And with 10 Ethereum, that's 780K. And really, check that Reddit post and watch that interview with Tyler Winklevoss. He's a very successful Bitcoin investor. He's a whale. He got in really early, if you don't know who he is. But when they made that video, the US government didn't start printing money like crazy yet. They weren't on this money printing frenzy that they're on now. With inflation, I really personally think that $100,000 Ethereum is entirely possible. So with that price, that's $500,000 for 5 ETH and $1 million for 10 ETH. And that's my personal opinion on where Ethereum can go. So that is just my personal hypothesis right now. So now let's get into the meat of this. What is the thesis behind this? What is the idea? We gotta start looking at Ethereum as oil, just like how the interview with Tyler went. He talked about Ethereum as oil, whereas Bitcoin is seen as digital gold. Ethereum is digital oil. Now, if you went on Google and search how much is the global oil market, then it says here that the total revenues for the oil and gas drilling sector came to approximately 2.1 trillion in 2021. And another thing you want to search up is how much is the Forex market worth. And I'm going to link this in just a moment. The Forex trading market, the global Forex trading market is estimated to be approximately 2.4 quadrillion. In other words, $2,409 trillion. So all that $2.4 quadrillion is finance. Now, if we move the current financial system to a decentralized system, how much do you think that will expand the price of Ethereum? Because Ethereum is the king of decentralized finance right now. All right, so let's do some easy math. Let's say that just 1% of the current system of the $2.4 quadrillion in the global Forex market moved to DeFi. 1% of that is $24 trillion. Okay, $24 trillion. Now, Ethereum has a circulating supply of 117 million, and we're just gonna round that up to 120 million to make some more easy calculations. So if we have 24 trillion, if we divide that by 120 million Ethereum tokens, that will make it such that Ethereum is $200,000 per Ethereum, right? That's the correct math, right? And don't forget that about 6,000 Ethereum are burned every single day due to EIP 1559. And in a year, that is 2.1 million Ethereum per year that is burned. That means that the supply is decreasing. So the price can only go up. If that does not create upward pressure on Ethereum's price, then the world doesn't make sense and the world will literally be ending. Alright, with that all out of the way, one last thing I want to talk to you about now that this video is pretty much over is helium mining, because I've been making a banger of a profit with helium mining. And I'm just going to show you what I did with my miner right now. Alright guys, read 'em and weed. There is my miner and there is my router. So they're right next to each other by the window. Remember, there is no mesh. There's no bug screen in the window. The bug screen is over there. And this is my whole entire setup of where I actually film my YouTube videos. So that's pretty much the setup. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We're going to take a look at the earnings next. And then you can really decide whether this is worth something investing for yourself. Well, if you go on Helium's Explorer, you can find on my hotspot Fantastic Hickory Pigeon that is supplied by Noble IoT. And you can really see that I started on August 21st. So on this day to now, so which has been like 21st to now has been 8 days, I made $66 for doing nothing, for just letting my miner run in the background with my Wi-Fi, which I have on all the time. I made $66. Not a bad $66. So I would really recommend you to look into helium mining because it is a great way to make passive income by selling your internet and you doing nothing in the background. You literally is just plug and play and make money. And you make money while you sleep. So other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this video of me explaining why you should have at least 5 Ethereum and what my thesis is behind it. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and if you haven't already, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace!